Our Boomtown 2040 series is KVUE's year-long campaign dedicated to covering Central Texas growth. And viewers tell us one of the biggest problems is traffic.
Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio all have highways that form a loop or a ring around the city. Austin does not. Rebecca Trejo talked to leaders about why and if it's too late to build one.
Technically, this is Loop 1. To Austin drivers, though, it's just MoPac, named after the old Missouri Pacific Railroad. Farther west, Highway 360 also bears the name Loop, yet both roads are straight shots, taking travelers north to south. Adrian Kroom grew up in Austin and has wondered the same thing.
They need loops.
The Texas Department of Transportation says technically MoPac and 360 are loops because they connect or loop one highway to another.
A bypass route. So a loop can be a partial ring. It doesn't mean that it has to be all the way around the city.
Terry McCoy is TxDOT's Austin District Engineer. He's worked for the department since 1989. We asked him why Austin does not have a beltway or ring around the city.
As Austin was developing, our city forefathers did not take the time, make the investment, do the planning that's required to have the clean rings around the city. Austin is a very special place. Austin has some special constraints.
Environmental constraints, to be sure, but former Austin Mayor Lee Leffingwell says it's also lack of political will.
To face the problems that are involved with any major infrastructure program.
He says former Mayor Roy Butler back in the 70s
wanted to build a crosstown freeway, and that was shot down because of neighborhood opposition.
That opposition is a constant fixture leaders must overcome for major highway projects. Leffingwell says Austin has consistently underbuilt roads. MoPac, for example, built in the 70s.
It should have been built twice as big as it was.
During MoPac's planning,
it was going to be the end of the world as we know it. If this project went through, there was major opposition. It took many years to overcome that opposition and build this road. And when they did finally build it, of course, there were tweaks and compromises along the way, and it wasn't as big as it should have been.
MoPac, or Loop 1, now extends from State Highway 45 in the north to State Highway 45 southwest, almost creating a loop around the city.
So what we have is our partial rings.
A partial ring from State Highway 130 to 45 north, connecting to MoPac, extending to 45 southwest.
Provide that same function, but don't delineate the clean loops around the city that you have in other major metropolitan areas.
A final gap remains to close the loop. Leffingwell says that will be another battle.
That last little segment is going to be fought tooth and nail by environmentalists primarily, because they realize that will be the connector, and then there will then be a complete loop.
Drivers say these fixes should have been made years ago.
There are little things, there's a lot of little things that can be done.
Longtime leaders have learned
the traffic we know is going to come. You have to plan ahead instead of reacting.
A special place like Austin
comes with special challenges.
With more people moving here each day, the time to build and plan is now.
Do as much as you can, as fast as you can.
In Austin, Rebecca Trejo, KVUE News.